Hello, my 100 subscribers or whatever the fuck it is. It's probably less than that. What's up? It's your girl Zuntra coming at you with another epic video. So, today what we're gonna be talking about is why the fuck do parents throw out their trans kids in the first place? Cause I know it's kind of just commonly accepted shit that yeah, cisoids throw out throw out their LGBT kids. No one ever really seems to ask why, beyond the fact that it's the politics part of it. But as it is with everything else in human behavior, it's definitely going to be a hell of a lot more complicated than that. So I personally think that, of course, one of the biggest reasons for it is going to be social gain, or rather, protecting their position in society. It's how should I put it? It's meant to be that they're trying to sort of, because it makes them appear like they're a failure if it makes them appear like they're a failure if they have a trans kid, because they consider that a failing on themselves rather than it just being its own thing. And so a lot of times it's meant to sort of give off an image of not I don't accept that shit in my house, or it's meant to hide it or cover it up from the rest of the family. So it's all for social gain, though. As to why someone would gain something socially for dumping their trans child in the first place, I personally think that it's just standard misogyny. So it's kind of like how people are a hell of a lot more shameful if their son is a gay bottom rather than a gay top. It's because bottoming in our society or whatever, or being feminine or whatever you want to call it, in our society is considered shameful. It's considered giving something up, giving up power or respectability or whatever. And so then men, of course, self-enforce a lot of the time. But that's a whole can of worms with male socialization and stuff like that about the self-policing in masculine communities. But basically what that is so then all the other guys are going to come in and self-regulate on, for example, the parent of the trans kid. And so that's why the parent will reject their child or adult child or whatever. That's why they'll reject them, and that's where the social gain comes from. I think another part of it, like I said earlier, is not wanting to give off the appearance of supporting it, or not wanting to support it in the first place. I mean, that one should be pretty blatantly obvious. A lot of people consider housing or whatever to be supporting something. Like, yeah, it's pretty fucking obvious why that's a thing. I already went over misogyny. So yeah, basically it's just these sorts of patriarchal norms or whatever. Really, really breaking out the feminist language here, but it's the same sorts of patriarchal norms that sort of make it to it's the just right storm of men self-policing themselves, and then it's also the patriarchal norm of femininity being considered inferior or less powerful. And so those two mixed together don't really make a very pretty picture. I mean, it's literally been proven in multiple studies that conservatives have larger disgust centers in their brains. So it kind of comes from the same thing. If you've been raised up being taught that a feminine male is disgusting, then of course, if you have a larger disgust center in your brain, you're going to be a hell of a lot more disgusted. But again, duh. So that's everything, I guess. I love all of y'all. I don't really have anything else to ramble on about, because I kind of made all my points. Later.